Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome again. We are going to start our presentation and webinar about Southampton University. We have today with us Tom Quante, which is the Regional Head of International Recruitment and Partnerships of the university. He's going to tell us about the university, why this is an excellent option for you as a Colombian student to do your master's or your undergraduate degree. Also, he's going to tell us about the requirements, some programs, some scholarships you may be interested. So please feel free to ask any question at the end of the event if you want. And we will also open you a link for you in order to book an appointment for him if you want to talk to him later. I really appreciate if you keep your microphones closed while he's talking to us, and feel free to make any questions throughout the presentation in the chat as well. Thank you very much. And Tom, thank you for coming and talking to us. And please feel free to start your presentation.
Hola, thank you, and Pilar, and thank you to SI UK for having me here. It's lovely to see you all. My name's Tom. I am the regional head of international recruitment for America and Europe. So basically, my role involves me guiding you through step by step, or telling you about the university, answering any questions that you have, and making sure that you've made the right decision by joining the University of Southampton. So hopefully you'll find this informative. Some of the things we will go through today, if you can see for the schedule, is an introduction to the university. I'll then talk about the types of opportunities and supports on offer at Southampton. We'll then go into scholarships and find out a little bit more of what scholarships Southampton University offers and what's available to Colombian students. I'll then touch on the city that we call home, Southampton, and everything around the university that you can do and enjoy during your time with us. And then I'll open the floor to any questions that you might have. As Pilar has mentioned, there is an opportunity, she will send a link in to book a one-to-one. So if there's any conversations that you don't want to have in front of a broader audience, then please just send that link and we'll make a time that fits for both you and I. So let's start by talking about the university itself. Where are we based? We're based in Southampton. That's at the bottom, the south of the UK, about an hour and a bit, an hour and a half from London. And there you can see where we are located in England across the wider United Kingdom. Southampton's a really well-connected city. It's got its own airport that flies to various European destinations. It's also really well linked by train and rail to London's Gatwick Airport and by bus to London's Heathrow Airport. So getting into the UK and arriving into Southampton is really straightforward. Through the trains and the bus networks in the UK, we're pretty well connected to some of the other cities across the country as well. What about our reputation? Well, we've got over 160 years of history. We're a top 20 UK university and 78 worldwide global ranking there. We've got over 10,000 international students, and they come from over 130 different countries. They make up 42% of our entire student body, which really shows how much of an international facing and focused university Southampton is. We're research intensive. What does that mean? I'll explain that in just a minute, but it means that 92% of our research is world leading or internationally recognized as excellent. Now that research is embedded in the teaching that we deliver, meaning that the people that teach you and the teaching experiences you get is 92% driven from world-leading research. And we're a founding member of the World Universities Network and the Russell Group. What does it mean to be a Russell Group founding member? Well, the Russell Group consists of 24 of the UK's top universities. They're research-led. They produce 68% of the UK's world-leading research on a global scale. We're competitive universities. We've got very competitive entry requirements. So when you're looking around, do bear in mind that there's some of the highest entry requirements across the country. We're nationally and internationally recognised with a strong reputation. And we teach a quarter of all the UK undergraduates. So you're in good company and you're one of the UK's top study destinations. Southampton's home is the Highfield campus. It's a beautiful green campus right in the heart of Highfield, which is a part of Southampton. It really is where virtually all of our subjects are taught in some way. It's home to our beautiful library, which is our oldest building on the campus. It's home to our Students' Union, and it's also home to some of our other main university facilities as well. In terms of things to do around the campus, there's a beautiful valley gardens where you can explore green scenery. There's a doctor's surgery as well, and there's also roads leading in and out of the campus that's properly facilitated with a post office, places to eat, restaurants, etc. But as well as the Highfield campus, the University of Southampton also has some other satellite campuses around the area. Boulderwood is home of our engineering and soon-to-be business departments. It's our innovation campus. It's a modern, purpose-built campus to put you right in the heart of industry. The hospital is home to our medicine and medical students. The waterfront campus is shared with the National Oceanography Centre, the UK's leading oceanography and earth science centre. And that is shared with the university and the government and right on the waterfront in Southampton. Winchester is home to the School of Art. Winchester is a beautiful, very British historical city that's home to our lovely art school. And Avenue campus, which is a beautiful ornate Victorian building, is home to the humanities subjects. Here's where you can see they're based across the city of Southampton. It also gives you a look into Southampton city and what it looks like. As you can see, it's a waterfront city. It's one of the largest port cities in Europe. So it has an awful lot of commerce coming through it, a lot of business coming through it, but it also has a lot of entertainment and culture around the city as well. Here you can see where our campuses are. Highfield, Boulderwood and Avenue, very close together. Winchester's a little bit further out in the city of Winchester. And then you can see the National Oceanography Centre right on the waterfront there as well. We teach over 300 undergraduate courses and over 200 postgraduate courses. So to do that, we separate our departments into faculties. So firstly, we've got the Faculty of Arts and Humanities, which is taught between Winchester School of Art and Avenue. Faculty of Engineering and Physical Sciences, which is taught between Highfield and Boulderwood. Environmental and Life Sciences, which is taught between Highfield and the National Oceanography Waterfront Campus. The Faculty of Medicine, taught at Highfield and at the hospital, and the Faculty of Social Sciences, taught solely at Highfield and comprising of the business school, the law school, etc. So what that means for our students is, depending on what subject or subject area you study, will put you into one of the different faculties. Now, as well as studying a subject area in that faculty, you have access to the entire faculty library and resources that's within that faculty. So here's just a good way of seeing how our 5 faculties are divided and what types of subjects fit between them. Now, it's really good to remember that these are just subject areas. Within those subject areas are also courses that comprise that department or that area. So, for example, within engineering, you've got a range of mechanical, aerospace, electronic engineering courses as well. So it's worth to take a dive into those subject areas and find a course that's suited to you. Our typical entry requirements for Colombian students, majority of students study masters or postgraduate with us. So the licenciado or the titular or maestro, we require a 4.5 for a first degree equivalent or a 4.0. Most relevant degrees will be fine with a 4.0 and above. Now, the higher you get over that 4.0, the better your chances of getting onto a postgraduate course. It has to be a related degree. What that means is if you want to come in and study engineering or you want to come in and study psychology, your degree that you studied at undergraduate should be in some way related to what you want to study. For those interested in undergraduate courses for the Bachiller Académico, then you do have to complete a foundation year prior to entry into year 1, and that can be done at the University of Southampton through our foundation provider on campus. So what other opportunities and support does the university give you? Well, we know that when studying at university, it's not just about the course, it's about various other things as well. It's about community, it's about culture, it's about careers as well as that. And one step into the careers idea is through employability. Now, if you do stay in the UK for work, you can apply for a graduate work visa. The graduate route visa gives you 2 years after your bachelor's or master's to stay in the UK and find employment. A large amount of our graduates do choose to do that, and a large amount of our graduates are in employment or further study after 15 months, with 87% of those in highly skilled degree jobs after they graduate. Whilst you're at university, you have the opportunity or option during your first year or your postgraduate year to stay at one of our own halls of residences. Now, you can find a house with family or friends that come over, or you can also stay in independent or private residences. But there is the option there to stay in one of our university halls. We have a wide range of halls close by all of our campuses and the city centre. So it's about finding a hall that suits you. We've also got halls such as the Mayflower and City Gateway that cater specifically for postgraduate students. So they aren't as noisy, aren't as raucous, and a lot more of a mature environment in those halls as well. All of the residences are within 5 to 30 minutes from the main campus of Highfield, and some are close by Avenue, some are closer to Boulderwood. And of course, Erasmus Park, which is our specific Winchester-based one, is close to the School of Art. We give guaranteed accommodation for all students who firm the University of Southampton by the 1st of July. We don't do dorm sharing. Unlike the USA, you will not be sharing a room with anybody when you come to study at the University of Southampton. They're all single dormed. We have a mixture of part-paid and self-paid options. We have a mixture of ensuite, private bathroom or shared bathroom, and they're all round-the-clock security. Now, if you do stay in our halls, you also get a bus pass that allows you to tour and enjoy the university city as much as possible. So not only can you get from all of the campuses, you can also get down and around the city completely for free during your first year. How do we support our students? I mentioned that it's not just about your course, it's not just about your career, it's also about the culture and the community at Southampton. We've got a very, very strong culture and community. The Student Hub work round the clock 24/7 to offer all of our students the support you need. In addition to the Student Hub, you'll also have me and my team in the international office that are there to answer any questions you might have regarding visas or regarding settling in the UK or finding a place to live. We've got a disability and inclusions team for those students that feel that they might need additional adjustments or exam arrangements or study skills workshops as well. We've also got our wellbeing team. This is around the clock wellbeing support. They run groups, they run workshops and sessions on dealing with anxiety or stress to make sure that you feel confident and well during your time at the university. And if you need it, there is also a university counselling service as well. Within the careers sphere, we have support pages available for all students during their time, and we support our students up to 5 years after they graduate. That means that you can tap into the University of Southampton's bespoke careers service up to 5 years after you leave us. We're very passionate about supporting our student startups, and we do that through our accelerator program, Future Worlds, which I'll come to in a minute. And throughout your time, we also offer career mentoring. This gives you the opportunity to build your professional relationships, but also your confidence in getting a career, be that back at home in Colombia or in the UK. So Future Worlds is our startup accelerator. So if you've got an idea or you've got a business initiative that you want to help or you want to get accelerated, the university is here to put their weight behind it and give you the opportunity to jumpstart your career with your company. So we run demo days, we put you in front of industry who are looking to invest in products and business ideas. So it's a really good opportunity to give students that platform to accelerate those business startup ideas and succeed in what they want to achieve if you're one of those entrepreneurs. Around that, the wraparound career supports take many forms through employment fairs, events, posted vacancies, experience programs, and what we call IAG, information, advice and guidance. And there's lots of different options and career support available for students. My only advice is make sure you use it whilst you're on campus. The support doesn't just tap in when you've left Southampton. The students that get the best jobs or best careers are the students that tap into those resources whilst they're still with us at university. Study abroad might be far from your mind at the moment, or it might be something you're really interested in or passionate about. Majority of students that choose study abroad know where they want to go and have a course in mind or have at least a destination in mind where they can see themselves. Now, that could be any one of our university-wide partners from across the globe, be it Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, Singapore, and we've linked with partners all around the world, specialist institutions that our students can get the most out of. For example, James Cook University, a specialist oceanography university for our ocean and earth science students. So there's a wide range of opportunities, some more local to Colombia, such as Monterrey, and some of the other side of the world, such as Chinese University, Hong Kong. Scholarships. Okay, the most important thing I'm guessing a lot of people want to know about. So what types of scholarships are available? Well, first of all, the University of Southampton offers a wide range of what we call merit or competitive scholarships. And for the full range, please visit our website because there's lots of different ones that apply for lots of different courses. There's a wide range of those available for undergraduate and postgraduate study. Our most generous offering is the Presidential Scholarship, which is either an 100% tuition fee waiver or up to five £10,000 tuition fee discount. So you have the option, really attractive for postgraduate students, of getting your entire tuition waived or significantly reduced for your study. Now, you can apply for that as a Colombian student, so do be sure to look into that. I mentioned faculties and competitive scholarships. Different faculties offer their own scholarships. The Faculty of Arts and Humanities had a wide range of Dean's scholarships available for students to tap into and look at. And the values or the amount that you get off differs quite substantially depending on where you come, what country you're coming from, what course you want to study, and what grades you've got. You can combine Southampton scholarships with additional funding. Now, I'm going to come on to Colfatoro in a minute, but you can combine one of our scholarships with the Colfatoro discount. So your best bet there is to look at the different scholarships on offer and apply for them. You can apply for as many as you need. The one that you will get, if you get two, you get the most generous one. So if you apply for the presidential, and that's a full fee waiver, and you get a dean's one, you'll take the presidential one. But you can combine it with local funding. Now that brings me to Colfatoro. Colfatoro is now live, and we sent out a communication to some of our interested students. The Colfatoro is really something I encourage you all to look into, and I'm sure SI UK will help you with this. Colfatoro students get a 15% tuition fee discount. If you gain the Colfatoro scholarship, you're immediately given 15% off of your tuition fee. It's worth doing. It's for the first full year of masters, or you can use it for a PhD degree. So it should be for all students looking to study at master's level, should be looking at the Colfatoro. You need to apply to the University of Southampton and then apply for Colfatoro funding. So please get your application into the university if you then want to apply for the funding. For those interested in deferring your entry, you'll need to apply for Colfatoro the year you're hoping to go. So if you're looking to defer your entry and you've applied for the University of Southampton, please don't apply for the funding until the year you are looking to study. Here's some examples, in it as well as Colfatoro for Colombia, but also becas in Chile and Cenesiet in Ecuador. And it's sort of the types of study levels it's available for and what it means. So if you are looking at different options, if you do come from Chile or Ecuador or other Latin American countries, similar to Colfatoro, we do have that support available. But please book a call with us or speak to Pilar and SI UK about finding the best funding options available, because they are there. They just take a bit of digging. Life in Southampton. So I've spoken about the university and I've spoken about scholarships and the support available at the university. This part is really about the city and what it's all about. So welcome to Southampton. Southampton is one of the largest port cities in Europe. It's one of the two largest port cities in the UK, and it's a real mixture of medieval and modern city. So it's got a lot of heritage. It used to be a walled city back in the day. So it's got ancient medieval walls that still are up to this day. It's got some of the oldest architecture and housing in the UK as well. Some really vintage, famous Tudor house that is now a museum. But because it's a modern port city and a lot of commerce and a lot of business comes through it, it's also extremely modern and state-of-the-art. It's student-focused and it's a vibrant city. It's got 2 universities And there's so much going on for young people and for students. So whether it's going to bars, cafes, enjoying the theatre district, which houses the National Southampton Theatre, the Mayflower Theatre, whether that's seeing a Premier League football game at Southampton Football Club. When we were Premier League, we're hoping to get back up there by the time you join us. We're currently in the second tier. There's loads of green space around the city. The Common is which is opposite Highfield and Avenue campus, is the largest green space in the city. But right through the city of Southampton, there's green spaces and places to go for a run or a cycle. It's a really accessible city as well. So public transport is very easy, and you can get around the city very easily as well. That's the best place then to catch sunset, which is the Marina Ocean Village, which is also home to some student accommodation. And that spaceship-looking building there is our entertainment district, which houses the cinemas and lots of different restaurants and their own video games hubs, etc., and stage shows and the ice rink during Christmas. So there's always something on, and there's lots to do around the city. It will be your home, and that's important, is that as well as studying with us and as well as becoming a Southampton student, this will be where you live, this will be your home, and you're going to love it. We really, really think that. We're one of the top 3 cities to live in Britain. We've got a rich history with the Roman port and the medieval hub that I've mentioned. We've got fantastic links to the rest of Europe, so you can travel by plane to 34 European destinations and 6 UK cities. We're very well connected to London, so you can, and students do, spend their evening or their weekends up in the capital. It's got a really young demographic, so 20% of the city are aged between 15 and 24, meaning we're in a very exciting place in the UK. Lots going on, lots happening. So this is your time on campus, as I've mentioned, the support available, the different activities available, and the types of things you can do and things you can get into during your stay. Highfield campus at Jewel in the Crown is beautiful. It's got some fantastic green spaces and fantastic scenery. And there you can see the edge of our library, which is at the oldest building on Highfield campus estate. But there's other stuff to do with your time as well. So whether that's taking out sports activities, maintaining some physical, keeping fit physically as well as mentally. Our Jubilee Sports Centre, which has undergone a massive refurbishment and extension, is home to some brilliant indoor sports. We've also got the Wide Lane Outdoor Sports Centre, which is a short bus ride away from Highfield, which has football pitches, rugby pitches, AstroTurf, all the outdoor sports are catered for as well. So there's a real blend, and we're really passionate about ensuring that our students can keep their hobbies and interests whilst they're studying with us as well. We also have a range of different clubs and societies. So the Students' Union, esta, which we call University Student Union, offers a wide range of different clubs and societies here. You can just see some available. There's loads of different things you can do. It's the second largest student union in the UK. So there's loads of activities and loads of societies to get involved in. But the most common one in terms of Colombian students is SLAPS. Now, SLAPS is our Spanish, Latin American and Portuguese society, and it's very, very close connected with MEXOC, which is our Mexican Student Society. And they run lots of different events throughout the year. It's like-minded Latin American students coming together, spending time together, talking about their stories, their journeys to the UK, putting on events and fundraisers, and really having a great time. It's one of the largest national country-based societies in the university, and there's so much to do and so much to get involved in. So you would not be coming alone. We do get students from all over Latin America, and this is a really good community to make you feel home from home. If you're into water sports, Southampton's also a hub for water sports. It was home to the Olympic Water Sports Centre when London hosted the Games about 12 years ago, and still has some of those state-of-the-art facilities. So as we're very close to the water, we like our students to be well connected to the water sports on offer around the city. And that's something that we actively encourage students that are keen to get involved in to do so. But it's not just about Southampton and the city, it's also about what's around us. And I think this is important. You would be spending time in a city, You will be spending time in an area of the UK that's one of the most sought after for British people and also for visitors to the country, as well as having London on your doorstep. I wanted to show you some areas that perhaps you hadn't heard of before that are all really close to Southampton, less than an hour away. So the top images there, you've got the New Forest National Park, which is one of the greenest spots in the UK and got rated one of the best national parks across Europe last year. It's got loads of hiking trails, loads of places to go cycling or walking, and some fantastic pubs to get some dinner in as well. The other top image is Bournemouth, which is the nearby resort town. Bournemouth's got 8 miles of sandy beaches. So if you are missing your beaches in Colombia, at least you can come and spend some time in Bournemouth and exploring along the seafront there. And the below images there is the historic city centre of Winchester. It's a former capital city of the UK many, many years ago, and it's obviously home to the Round Table statue of King Alfred, but also Winchester School of Art, and that's accessible in just a 15-minute train journey. And then lastly, you've got the Isle of Wight, which Southampton looks out towards. And the Isle of Wight is a small piece of land that students tend to go over and check out while they're in Southampton. It's about 1 hour by ferry from the Southampton port. And from there, you can take boat trips around the island or just see the rural wonder that is the isle itself. So there'll be loads to do whilst you're spending some time with us as well. And that concludes the session today. Hopefully you found it informative. My main takeaways is when you're looking at a UK university, do look and consider the C's. So look at the campus, look at the course. That's not just the type of course you want to study, but also how it's taught and the different modules within that course. Look at the community and the culture of the city and the culture of the university as well. That's important. And we feel we've got it right from the majority of our students. We feel our community is really, really strong and the city's a really friendly and international place to be. It's one of the safest cities in the UK as well. So you're well looked after and you're well catered for. And the last thing is look at the careers and employment opportunities that university focuses on. I've already touched on how important careers and employability is for us. Lastly, and I know the last time we did this session, we had a lot of questions ranging from how do I apply for a scholarship, when do I apply for a scholarship, and what sort of scholarships are available. Please visit the website. It has a full list of our scholarships and information for Col Futuro funding. We've got a dedicated Col Futuro page that I'm happy to share with you, but you need to get an application to the university in first. You can't apply for any scholarships, be it Southampton or otherwise, before you've applied to the university. And my last note before I open up to any questions is that our postgraduate courses are extremely popular. We closed them early last year. We closed them towards the end of March. So if you are interested, please put an application in sooner or later. I'm here to guide you through that process. So don't worry if you get stuck or you've got any questions. Myself and Pilar and the team here at SI UK are here to look after you and make sure you've got everything you need. Gracias. Thank you so much. And if you've got any questions you'd like to ask in front of the group, please ask questions. Otherwise, I know Pilar will put a link into the chat where you can book a one-to-one with me. Thank you so much for your time.
No, I don't know if you have any questions. You can, as Tom said, just register them in the chat so we can address them. It would be ideal if you maybe have, like general doubts that could also help the other people who are here listening to Tom. And I'm just going to share also the link Tom is talking about, so you can book an appointment with him as well in order for you to ask your personal questions.
Thank you, Pilar. I've also added the link to our Col Futuro funding page if you want any further information. I'm just looking at a question here from Philip. He's direct messaged me, but I will pop it to the group if that's okay, Philip, just because I think it's an important one. It's regarding IB, International Baccalaureate Qualification. Yes, if you've got an IB, you do not need to sit a foundation. So that's an important note. Our IB range differs from 30 to 34, and that differs by course. So that will be on the funding page, but it is important to stress that those undergraduates looking that are studying the IB, International Baccalaureate, can skip the foundation year and go straight into year one.
Rafael is asking us about the fees, Tom.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Raphael. Thanks for the question. If you do a master's degree, how much is the fees? Now, the fees actually differ by courses. The lab-based courses, for example, engineering, computer science, those that require you to be using facilities and in a lab are roughly £25,000 per year. So that will be without any additional funding. Now, remember, that's how important a Colfatoro funding will be, because that will give you 15% off that course fee. If you're not doing an engineering or a lab-based course, and you're instead looking to do a different type of course, then your fees vary as well. They can be up to between £22,000 and £30,000. It does differ by course. That's why it's really hard to give one blanket course fee. What I would say is, if you've got a course you're interested in, please visit the website, the course page. You can tap into Google the name of the university and the course, and you'll be able to see the course fee for that.
Victoria is asking us about Kaplan English test. Is it accepted?
We do accept the Kaplan English test, yes. So for full breakdown of the English equivalencies, I will just pop that on the website. We accept a range. We also accept the Duolingo English test at the moment. So it doesn't mean that you have to sit the IELTS. Now, in terms of equivalencies, we do judge them against an IELTS test. So it is worth having a look at what we're after for IELTS and putting that against what your Kaplan grades will be. I don't know the Kaplan grading system off the top of my head, but there are similarities to the way it's calculated against the IELTS test.
May I ask you also, is Duolingo accepted? Because usually it's a very popular exam nowadays, so I don't know if you're accepting that one.
We do currently accept it. Yes, we do currently accept it as an online English test. So you can take the Duolingo test at the moment for English language proficiency.
Okay. I don't know if everyone has more questions. Yes, Nicolas. Hi, Tom. Can you remember me, please? If I want to apply to Colfuturo, I need to apply to the university or Colfuturo? Both.
Yeah, you do need to apply for. So I've just put the Colfatoro page up for you to have a little look there. And that's got the full information for how to apply for Colfatoro. The most important thing about Colfatoro, from our point of view, is you have to apply to us first, because you have to have an offer from us to then apply directly to Colfatoro. So you have to start your university application. Then we need to make you an offer. We need to say, absolutely, we are happy. We would like to have Nicholas, or we'd like to have another student, whoever student's applying. Then you apply to Colfatoro. So the link I shared is the most important one to look through. Look for which course you want to do, apply for study, then we'll make you an offer, then apply for Colfatoro.
I have the chance to ask you something. How long does it take for you to assess a student and give him an offer letter after they submit the application?
Yeah, good question. And the time varies, but by how busy our admissions team are. We do like to say that we will get back to you within 5 days. Now that's our route. Our admissions team would like to acknowledge you, but it does depend on how busy our staffing team are, and then how many applications are coming through. The most important thing is that we look at the application date. So it is a first come, first serve. So even if you're still waiting for an offer, we can take that application date. Now, if you need to chase us, I'm being honest, some people do have to chase because it's a busy period and they might be waiting for their offer and they haven't heard from us. You can email me, or you can go to Pilar, and Pilar can message me, and we will speak directly to the admissions team and find out what's going on. But we do ask typically that you leave it up to 5 working days for us to just process that application. We need to read your personal statement. We need to make sure that everything's right and you've got the grades, and then we generally get back to you. So that's 5 days or more. Get in touch.
Yeah, and obviously we will help you to apply, and also to review and check that all documents are, in the standards the university is asking for, and also we will check your essay, your letters of recommendation in order to make sure that you do your best in the application. I was also to ask you something, and is in regards to Colfuturo. They do need the offer letter, but that offer letter doesn't need to be unconditional. So
No.
that's for sure, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't need to have an unconditional offer. So when you get made an offer, if you're still studying, particularly your bachelor, we might say that you need to meet this condition in order to get your offer. Please don't wait to apply for Call Futuro until you've met that condition. Once you've got an offer, it can be conditional or unconditional, but if you're still studying, it'll be conditional. Get an application into Call Futuro at that point.
Now we have Christina. How easy is to find a job after finishing studies? That's a tricky.
Yeah, I mean, it depends where you want what you're studying and where you want to work, Christina. In terms of the UK, as I've mentioned, we've got great career support available for our students that really we advise them to tap into during their postgraduate study or the final year of their undergraduate study. In terms of a career, like for example, if you want something related to your degree, as long as you engage with the university, as long as you engage in the careers services, attend those recruitment fairs, Southampton students are very, very attractive to UK employers. I didn't mention the stat in the presentation, but you might have saw the graphic. We're in the top 10 universities for students that employers actively look for. So you'll be getting a brilliant world-class degree. So you won't have a shortage of companies looking for you, but likewise, you do need to put yourself out there and start making those networking. We can give you the skills, we can give you the help, and we can give you the career support to make sure that happens. But it does have to come from you as well. If you do want to work casual work, then students do take that up if they want, and they often can work alongside their studies if they find they need to. But it's a hard question to answer because it does depend on what you study and what you want to get a job into.
Yes.
I'm just looking at a question from Victoria below that, if I may, with regards to, does the personal statement have special requirements? I don't know what you mean by special requirements, Victoria, but a personal statement is your opportunity to talk about you. Don't mention your grades in your personal statement because that comes in your application. We can see what grades you're getting. We can see how you're doing. Your personal statement is a chance for you to tell us as a university why you want to study this course and why it's important to you. So it's always, most universities will talk about what we call the ABC module. So the A is for activity. So what's the activity? What have you done? B is the benefit that you've got from that activity. And the C is how is it related to your course? So always have a think about those kind of things and really think about why you want to study this course and why it is the most important to you. So yeah, it's a very short opportunity for us to gauge your ability to write in English, but also to communicate why you want to study with us.
Maybe she was meant like if there is some limited of words to write, if there are specific questions to address or something like that.
We try to keep it within 500 words. So there will be a word count. There are some suggestions and some advice we can give you, but yeah, we try to do that. My own personal advice is don't do it on the form. Write it out in a Word document first, tweak it, get the grammar right, get the thing right, vocabulary right. Get a friend to check it or someone who's also proficient in English. Just ask them to run through it and make sure it makes sense. Because sometimes when we write with what we think we hear, not what we want people to read. So get it sense checked and then put it into the application form. Too often students will do it and they'll just pop it onto the application form without reading it. Another big one is don't do it on your phone. And I'm only saying that because so many students these days will write it or type it out on their phone. It's a pretty big important piece that goes alongside your application. So give it some time and do it properly.
Yeah, make yourself understood because sometimes grammar is an important issue and have a cohesion in what you say and coherence.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know if somebody has more questions, so we are about to finish, but we don't want to miss anything that might be important for you to know. I'm just gonna share meanwhile our link and also our email address in case you are not in contact with us. I know most of you are, but just in case
Thank you for all of this, Pilar. And I just seen the link's been shared to everybody. Please don't hesitate. If you've got a question that you want to ask, I can only give really general answers in this because everyone's studying something different at different levels, and but if you do want a specific query that you can't find on the website, you can contact Pilar. You can book a one-to-one with me at a time that suits you. Like I said, there's lots to unpick with scholarships. It's really hard to talk about it and make it applicable for everyone. So we can have a proper chat with it. Similarly with course fees differ by level and by subject. So I had to give sort of a general basis of what our course fees are. The subject pages will list the course fees specifically, but if you've got a question around them, you can get in touch with me as well. Thank you everybody for attending. It's been a pleasure to present and speak with you today, and I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions before applying, please get in touch. And for those that are interested and excited, I'm really excited to meet you and welcome you to Southampton. As I said, it's a beautiful city we love to call home, and we'd love to share it with you as well. So thanks for your time. Gracias.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you very much. And all of you, once again, just please feel free to contact us, either to meet with Tom or with us. We are here all to help you and try to make your goals true in order to be able to study in a good university and have all the tools to succeed. So please don't hesitate to talk to us. And Tom, thank you very much. Have a lovely evening, please.
Ciao. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.